Okay, so here's the bra for the car. Came from Auto Front Mass. Here's the same people that I bought the floor mats through. I guess Cobra is also the name of the company because the box that came with that said Cobra. It comes in this sweet little bag. I opted for the one. They do different embroideries on them. I opted for the one that says CRX right in the front in the CRX font. They have one like this. They have one that's blank. They have one that has the CR-X. I just chose this style. And so the hood's already popped. I already waxed the hood too, just to kind of have it, whatever, some protection. So first step, it's already sort of fitted with a bunch of straps. I'm just gonna slide it on and let all the straps just hang. All right, so here's all the straps. There's a ton of things. Just gonna pop it up a little bit. Slide around the corners. I'm just going to push it just all the way to the end there, just so it's tight in all the corners. All right, so now you have all these straps just sort of hanging here. So the idea is you're going to take each one of these and essentially attach them to something underneath the hood. So like this first one here, I'm just going to kind of, you'll find they've got little tiny metal clamps. I'm just gonna put this in this hole here, or we can go to the one behind it. And once it's there, you're just gonna kind of tighten it. Kind of hard to do with one hand. So it's there, it's not fully tight there, but you wanna kind of do this and make it so it says, the instructions say to make it snug, not super tight. So I'm gonna do this here and do it to the other side, and you're basically gonna do the same thing for all of them, including the center. And then it also tells you to take the strap once you kind of have it snug and just sort of cut it and fray it. I'm probably going to cut it, heat it with a lighter, and then take the excess, the little bit that I will leave, in case I need to make it tighter or whatever, and just kind of wrap some electrical tape around it just to kind of hold it. And that should be it. So, okay, so I just flipped each one of these straps around just so it would be as uniform looking as possible. It is probably end up having to cut that or do something with it. But the center one, I don't know, it kind of like, it's kind of hindering all up in here. So what I'm just gonna do, I guess, is just route this. I just kind of pushed it back, put this underneath the spring as much as possible, and I wrapped it into there. And I know my fender gap is gonna be a little tight, so I'll just kind of tuck that in a little bit. Maybe try to do the same there. Just kind of see. She's latched. I mean, overall, it fits quite well. You can kind of see there. I might have to just tweak a little bit of that for the fender gap. Oh, there she goes. Kind of roll it in. She's good. It's actually a nice tight fit. That's what she looks like. All right, so this is pretty self-explanatory, but I have all this excess now. I guess you could wrap it up or whatever. The instructions tell you to cut it and sear it, so I'm just going to leave a little bit excess here. Cut. See how it's kind of starting to fray a little bit there? Take a lighter. Doesn't take a lot. Sears the end, stops from fraying. You don't have all that excess now. I'm just going to repeat that for all of them. The actual piece that's going into like anywhere that I've chosen the hood is a little metal like little claw here. So I'm not going to do it now, but I may take a piece of heat shrink and just put it on the rest of this to try not to get crazy. I don't think it's going to mess up the hood or anything underneath, but again, she's not necessarily a show car, but if you have a car that is a complete show car, be aware there are some pieces of little metal that are kind of riding, so you can sort of get a look. Now you can see it's going to sit there. It shouldn't really do anything, but yeah. All right, I didn't videotape any of this, but just to give you guys a quick idea of what I was doing. So it's very bright, I know, but the roll bar came in and it had some scuffs all over it, so I basically sprayed it. I sprayed it with some VHT roll bar and chassis, and then followed up with its clear. It looks pretty good right now, so I'm gonna just try to clean this makeshift paint booth up that I did. I just threw a big tarp from the hurricane that we still had and obviously covered it. Sprayed that, left the garage open. I'm going to try to put that in the car now, and I'm also going to try to take I got some extra speaker covers that are in a box with it. I'm going to unbox, spray them with the vinyl fabric color black, see if I can get a hole and get them to line up with the legs, so it kind of just looks a little more tight and clean in the back, as opposed to just leaving that speaker hole just open. So let's see if we can figure that out. Recorded a ton of this. I've been trying to get this just done and kind of kept forgetting to pick up the camera as I'm trying to do my windows, or my wife's window regulator in her Colorado. But to catch you up, the bar is in, kind of hard to see, but so what I would advise is I push this up as far against it as I could on both sides. Took a rough measurement. I will say from here to here is definitely closer than it is over there. That being said, it's kind of where it finds its home. When you go to put it in the car, you'll see when you kind of push it, it sort of finds its home. You'll feel it when it kind of gets into place. But so I essentially drilled one hole here, put a bolt through it, did it over there, then went back there, did one there, and then I kind of put the rest here. I did not touch this side yet, so now I'm going to just kind of simply just drill some holes there. All right, so after I get one bolt in it, I'm just going to kind of stick one through. So you can see I just kind of put a nut on the back side just to kind of make it a little tight. Nothing crazy, just a little snug, so it kind of holds it in place while I can drill the other two holes. So here's the plate that goes over the back. You can see it's contoured, and it's got a hole pattern in it. It's basically going to go up and lay in there like so. They come just metal. I spray painted them with this VHT Rollbar and chassis paint, and then I clear coated it with the VHT's clear as well. Specifically where I did the holes, how this is going to sit. So it came with supplied hardware like so. I went and replaced it with the same length, just grade 8 versus grade 5 bolts. They weren't too expensive, so I decided just to replace them with that. And then I also bought, it came with regular nuts. I replaced it with grade 8 locking nuts as well, so I don't have to really worry about these backing off or anything like that. Might not be able to get it up all exactly once like this. Might require some wiggling. Depends how well you drilled your holes here. All right, all three are kind of just in there a little bit. I'm gonna go to the inside now. So you should be able to see them all sticking through. I'm just gonna kind of gently thread the lock nuts on there. Here's the driver's side. I need to swap it out. I need to swap the nuts out right now. I got them. I just need to put them on there. These were easy just to thread real quick. Same thing, painted it, put it underneath it. So now that I've got it everywhere around the car, everything's just kind of just nutted up. I'm going to just essentially start tightening them all around. Just go catty corner, just pull the bar down. I didn't want to tighten one side fully down and then do the other. I'm just gonna do it slowly and work its way around. All right, this video is shorter than the most, and I'm sorry about that, but as I dragged the fog light footage that I recorded into this, it became way too long, so I opted not to do that. That'll be another video that I'll probably start editing right after I'm done doing this. What I didn't show you though was what the speaker covers look like installed, which I think they came out great. All right, so I did cut those speaker covers that way they could just sort of slide it out, easier move for everything. I was in the middle. I have a little cam seal leak. I'm guessing I have a little bit of some oil now dripping on where the engine stamp is. I replaced the VTEC solenoid gasket. That didn't fix it. I already had a skunk tube cam seal. So I put some Honda Bond on it, went to go install it, went to tighten down the rocker assembly, rocker cover here, and boom, check that out. Isn't that a great day? So the car is down at the moment, and it is a skunk tube kit. It's not like an aftermarket kit. And I know some people can be like, oh, junk tube, whatever the case may be. The torqued on there fine. I went to go torque it to, 20 foot-pounds, whatever, and it just told me to get bent. So the car is down at the moment. I ordered another kit, and hopefully it'll be up on Saturday so I can go to our local meet. So yeah, so that's down. Other than that, I am curious if I'm curious what people's intake temps are. I'm sort of experimenting, but I've done it quite a bit now. This portion's a plastic tube. I put a different filter. I did run a cold air down there for like about a week or so, just sort of examining what the intake temps drop down to or not. But out here in Florida on these nice hot days, I'm averaging somewhere around like 130, 120-ish degrees. So I'm just curious if nobody else is out there running, just intrigued. But I'm not gonna get super nuts about it because it will be boosted eventually. Sorry that the fog lights are not in this clip. Again, it was just way too long to put in here, so the fog lights will be their own clip. Some of you guys are probably already going to disagree with the way I mounted them. It is what it is. It's just how I did them. I can go back and do it differently, but that's how I'm mounting them. What I really want to do today is, I couldn't be any more grateful for, I posted some pictures, obviously after I waxed her up with the bra on it. I did mount the fog lights, went out for a drive, and I took some little photo shoot of her. And I posted some photos on different pages on my Instagram and some other Instagram pages, I think like Honda Loyalty, VTech Tuning, Honda Junkies. They've all, thank you so much. They've shared the photo, and a couple of them have like 15,000 likes, 12,000 likes. Might not show it now, but I was ecstatic. My wife thought I was like a little schoolgirl. I'm still excited at this moment about it. My Instagram subscriber count went from like 450 to like 800 basically in 5 days. Just made me feel really good that other people appreciate the build as much as I am. So if any of you guys are from both avenues here, thank you so much. The car will continue, and I will continue taking pictures. I'll continue looking around for the photos. I'm sorry, the beach is just something that we're near here in Florida, and I have access to just kind of cruising up where I do, so it's just a nice spot, I think. So all in all, thank you again so much. Hopefully my new Skunk 2 valve cover kit comes so I can just get that one replacement stud and get the car back up and driving and see if the cam seal is the issue that I had that was leaking. Other than that, stay tuned next for the fog light video. Just as a little teaser, a little hint, mine are independent of the headlights the way I wired them. And I put a, probably can't see it, there's the switch that I'm using. So more to come with that. I just like the switch. It does say fog lights on it. It is what it is. All right, again, thank you everyone for watching. Sorry that the fog lights are not in this video. Come back next time. Thank you again so much, guys.